Hello, Stu. How are you? Good afternoon, Mr. Slocum. Oh, hello, George. Hello, Emily. What are you kids at? Why, Emily Webb, what have you been crying about? Oh, she just had a mighty big scare, Mr. Morgan. She was almost run over by the hardware store wagon. Everyone says that Tom Hawkins drives like a crazy man. Well, now, you take a sip of water, Emily. You look all shook up. Boy, I tell you, you gotta look both ways before you cross Main Street these days. Gets worse every single year. So what are you kids at?
I'll have a strawberry frosting. Thank
No,
you.
Emily, have an ice cream soda with me. 2 strawberry ice cream sodas, Mr. Morgan. 2 strawberry ice cream sodas. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, there are over 125 horses in Grover's Corners this minute I'm talking to you. The state inspector was in here yesterday. And now they're bringing in these automobiles. The best thing to do is just stay home, I guess. Why? I can remember a time when a dog can go to sleep all day in the middle of Main Street and nothing would come along to disturb him. Here you are, enjoy them. Oh, here's some stuff going to do for you.
They're so expensive.
No, Emily, don't think of that. We're celebrating our election. And you know what else I'm celebrating?
No.
I'm celebrating because I've got a friend who tells me all the things that ought to be told to me.
George, please don't think of that. I don't know why I said it. It's
No,
not...
Emily, you stick to it. I'm glad you spoke to me like you did. And you're going to see. I'm going to change so quick. You bet I'm going to change. And Emily, I'd like to ask you a favor.
Yes?
If I do go away to State Agriculture College next year, would you write me a letter once in a while?
Certainly will. I certainly will, George. Certainly seems like being away 3 years, you get out of touch with things. Maybe letters from Grover's Corners wouldn't be so interesting after a while. Grover's Corners isn't a very important place when you think of all of New Hampshire, but I think it's a very nice town.
The day wouldn't come when I wouldn't want to know everything that's happening here. I know that's true, Emily.
Well, I'll try to make my letters interesting.
You know, every time I meet a farmer, I ask him if he thinks it's important to go to agriculture school to be a good farmer.
Why, George?
Yeah, and some even say it's a waste of time. Why, you can learn all those things anyways out of the books the government hands out. And my Uncle Luke's getting old. He could be ready for me to take over the farm tomorrow if I could.
Why?
Yeah, and like you said, going away to new towns and meeting new people. Gosh, if anything like that's gonna happen, I don't want to go away. I guess new people aren't any better than the old ones. I bet they almost never are. And Emily, I guess you're as good a friend as I've got. I don't need to go meet the people in new towns.
But George, maybe it's very important that you go and learn all about soils and cattle judging and those things. Well, of course, I don't know.
Emily, I'm going to make up my mind right now. I won't go. I'll tell my pa about it tonight.
I don't see why you have to decide right now. It's a whole year away.
Emily, I'm glad you spoke to me about that fault in my character. What you said was true, but there was one thing wrong in it. And that was when you said that for a whole year I wasn't noticing other people. And you, for instance, well, I always thought of you as one of the chief people I thought about. And, well, you said that you were always watching me and everything I was doing. Well, I was doing the same thing about you all the time. I was always looking for you in the bleachers and seeing who you were with. And for 3 days now, I've been trying to walk home with you, but something's always gotten in the way. Yesterday, I was sitting against the wall waiting for you, and you decided to walk home with this corporate.
George, life's awful funny. How could I have known that? I thought...
Emily, I'm going to tell you right now why I'm not going to agriculture college next year. I feel that once you found a person you're fond of, I mean a person who's fond of you too, and is interested in you enough to like you for your character, then that's just as important as college, and maybe even more so. That's just what I think.
I think it's awfully important too.
Emily, if I do make a big change, would you be, could you be?
I am now. I always have been.
Well, I guess this is an important talk we're having.
Yes. Yes.
Wait just a minute.